Right, Jamie Kelwick, on to the films.
Yes.
And a film called The Magnificent Seven. Is it a remake?
Yeah. It's actually, people say, oh, God, what they're remaking this from? Another Western, another remake of it, because it's been, of course, everybody remember the original 1960s version with Yul Brynner and Eli Wallach and Steve McQueen, Robert Vaughn, James Coburn, which is still classed as the classic one. But it was actually a remake of The Seven Samurai, which was, of course, with the Japanese movie back in the 1950s. So, that wasn't an original movie. So it is The Magnificent Seven, so it's all about a sleepy town called Rose Creek that comes under attack by a really, like a despot guy who wants to basically mine it, 'cause it's next to a gold mine, and he really just wants to drive everybody out and take their lands, and he's only offering like $20 per land, but it's worth a heck of a lot more than that. But he's got an army of people behind him. So what they do is they pop out and trying to hire some hired guns to try and save them. We've got a little bit of a clip.
You tell Bo if he wants his town, come see me.
Clip from The Magnificent Seven, your second film this week.
So she was talking, of course, to Denzel Washington's character there. He goes around and gathers a ragtag fugitive group of guys to basically hired guns to come in, to, be paid rather well because they've all clubbed together, as you heard from the clip. And so it includes Chris Pratt, and it's also Ethan Hawke, and they all come together and take on this huge army of people and set traps for them and everything like that. So it is basically the same story, but with different characters to what they, like the classic 60s version with Yul Brynner, as I said before. The cast is excellent. The action at the end is really, really good. But I think it's just another unnecessary remake. I think this should be, instead of, introducing people to this story, just reintroduce them to the great classic film from the 60s. It's fantastic. So I don't think it's a patch on that version either, because I don't think it's got as many huge stars in it. I mean, Steve McQueen, Robert Vaughn, James Coburn and Yul Brynner were absolutely massive. I mean, you've got Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt and Ethan Hawke in there, great actors, but everybody else you've probably not really heard of. Peter Sarsgaard's playing the villain, but there you go. So I'm only going to give this one 3 stars.